after these three concerts?
I feel great, I think, because for me, like performing is like breathing. So when I'm on stage, I feel alive. La vita è bellissima a Palermo e mi piace molto cantare per voi, fare vedere la mia musica, la mia personalità. Vorrei essere qui più lungo, ma non è possibile perché devo andare a Parigi per il mio lavoro, perché ho fatto un film per il cinema e devo finirlo. Sì.
And what about this project? When did you met? You can speak also in English. So.
Okay. We met like maybe 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video of Badjekkah on the internet, and I was like amazed instantly because they were like maybe the best band, duo band I saw in my entire life. So I wanted to connect with them and ask them if they could come to Paris.
Liar.
And
What?
and
What's
they
it
said,
true? What's it true?
and they said yes.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Right? No,
It's the truth.
it's the truth. And so I just sent them a message too, and we discussed during like maybe 1 week, and after they said, okay, we come to Paris. And we did one show together, and we rehearsed and we recorded music, and it was like good. The first rehearsal, we recorded maybe 5 or 6 songs, so it was amazing. Like the connection was like crazy. And I think that they got the music of tomorrow, so maybe in a few years they will be more famous than Pharrell and Jay-Z. I hope so.
Okay. And do you want to add something about this project in your meeting? It was immediately love.
Yeah, it was immediately love because we always make a lot of music, like the whole day, all night. We only think about music, and when we play with other people, we like to have the same connection. Like we like people who are the same as us in music. And we arrive at his home like very early in the morning, and he went to bed very late. So he only slept 2 hours, and we knocked on his door like, yeah, we're here, and we opened the door, and he slept only 2 hours. And the first thing we said was, yo, let's make music. And he was like really tired, and he said, okay, let's go. And then we made the whole day only music. So we knew this is our brother, you know. So that's what I wanted to add.
We enjoyed very much this concert. It was very, very special.
Thank you very much. Grazie.
And what about this experience with children?
I feel really connected with children too, because I think that for me, the youth of art is youth. So the most talented people in music, painting, like cinema, are the people who kept the idea and the vision of their youth. So Charlie Chaplin is a kid, Einstein is a kid, Michael Jackson was a kid, and I think that we are kids, so it's why maybe we like to connect with them.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you any other questions?
Yeah, when you think to black and white, what do you think about black and white today?
Like the relations.
Yeah. If you, yeah.
To be honest,
Yes.
I think that it's a good thing to play here in Italy, because I really think that this is the country where the racism is the most present in Europe, maybe, with Russia.
Yeah.
Yes, seriously, and it's not like, for me, racism is not something like when you walk in the street and people say, "I don't like you." It's just the fact that when strangers are not allowed to be considered as equal in the society,
Yeah.
for me it's the bigger racism, because I prefer to walk in an office with someone who said, "I don't like you because I don't know why, but I don't like you," than someone who doesn't consider me at all and put me aside. And I really think that there is a lot, like a big issue in Europe, and especially like in countries like Spain, Greece, Italy, Russia, because they never like question themselves about the fact that the other people could live with them too. In France, we are in between. Like it's like we needed, they needed us, so they brought us there, and after they had to deal with it, and so it's why we are like now half, almost there, like connected with them, but it's still a big issue, and I think that because of the crisis, those issues are
Bigger, yeah.
come bigger, and so we have to keep in mind that it's not like something like, you know what, the vote for women is something like now it's allowed, and it's for everyone, you know, the vote. But back in the days, like 50 years ago, it was not like that. So we have to keep in mind like that also equality is not something like that easy. And so for me, like when we play music, and we are able to play in museum, in theater, in big venues, and that white people, children, black people, and every kind of people, like the song, can come and see us. It's a good way to change people's mind, because when you play a song and when people like your song, they start to look at you differently because they respect you for something. And maybe it's why music and art is so important, because most of the time people from minority change a lot of things with art. Like we are maybe like 60% or 70% of the new evolution of art in like during all the decades. Like for example, Django Reinhardt was a guitar player. He was playing only with 4 fingers, and he was like one of the best guitarists ever. Miles Davis was a jazz player, and he changed a lot of things. Michael Jordan, basketball player. Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali, for example. I'm not like I wanted to be a priest when I was 16. So it's pretty funny, and I changed my mind because I saw so much racism in in the church, and so I realized that I just wanted to be loved to everyone. So it's why I left the church. But for me, like Muhammad Ali, for example, was a black American. He was a Christian first, and he changed his mind to Muslim. And I think he did a lot for Muslim community, because he was like a strong public figure, and maybe the first black strong public figure with a brain. Because he was strong, like James Brown, but it was also a brain. And when in interviews, he was sometimes, and most of the time, smarter than the people who interviewed. So I think that when you are like a figure or someone you can like watch and listen, it's really important to be able to spread like a really smart and intelligent idea of yourself for other people. So I hope that when people see me on stage, they see a black smart guy, and then a smart guy, and then they realize that black is just beautiful as white and yellow and green. And but I think it's still like a really big issue, and we're gonna continue to express ourselves about that.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
Very
thinking.
nice. About places where to play,
Yeah.
and is a next tour. I mean, are there some places where you would really love to go and play your music? I mean, music go around in web, you know, it's
Yeah.
everywhere. But is there a continent or maybe a country or maybe
I think the whole
you
world.
dream?
I think the whole world is where we want to play, because when we came to Palermo, we didn't know what to expect actually.
Yeah.
And we arrived and we see like small historical streets and we were like, whoa, you know. So
This civilization is amazing.
yeah, so every place you go in the world is a new. You see new people, new streets, new cars, new everything. So for us, we have in our minds, you have like the big places like maybe UK or the
US.
States, US or Asia or whatever. But I think that's the big picture. But I think we want to go like everywhere where we can to meet new people and see new parts of the world.
And also, when I travel with music, I always question myself, where is the center? Because, for example, like when I'm in Paris, I never think about Palermo. Or when I'm in New York, I don't think about like maybe even Africa, you know. And I think that the evolution of time will be like the biggest evolution. Will be when we will never like consider the center as the occidental part of the world, like America, Europe, like rich Europe.
So where is
And
the center?
I think that we have to center to find the center in our mind and to open ourselves to everyone. Like for Free Spirit, the center is maybe India, and I hope that maybe one day, like the center will be like for example, you will wake up and say, okay, you can live in Uganda, in Mexico, or in Paris, and you will like think about each city the same way. Like maybe it could be like a life. And it's really like funny to see how people like they like to travel just for fun, just to spend 1 week or two in Thailand or a country like that, but they will never live there. And I hope that this gonna change pretty fast, and that maybe like the center will be. I think that this is the. I think that what happened to Greece is like a good reflection. I think that maybe the African, like the North African revolutions were pretty nice, but it was just like a traditional fight, like a revolution. But I think that if the new revolution is like, for example, like you decide to fight for the power, but you don't want the power for you. For example, like you say, okay, I'm gonna fight for the power to vote for the first woman in France. So you built like a big community of like strong mind and people, and you fight, and you don't care about who's gonna be on top of it, but you just fight to reverse the system. So you say, okay, let's say that our system gonna be controlled by a woman, and then the money situation, like with like how you pay men and girls and women, will be the same, exactly the same. And for example, like when you're a woman, you must have more like respect and more money because you give birth, you know.
Yes.
And it would be like a big revolution and a big stake, because like maybe after that men will think differently about like the power and the business, and maybe we would try not to work to be the best on top of everything, but maybe to do good things. And I think it would be nice if we could reverse the system like that.
So music plays a big role in this direction, I think.
I think so. Like for example, in US, like I think that Obama arrived to the power thanks to George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, all the Hollywood people from music and cinema industry. So maybe in France and other countries it can be the same, you know. And I think that if all the free spirit and the really sensitive people, we decide to fight for the truth and the beauty of the world, and not just for the power, maybe we can like become something like amazingly beautiful.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
And
I agree.
Do you agree?
He agreed.
we agree.
We
And,
agree. Yes, we agree.
A question: are you in the band too? Yeah, you can sing a little bit. Yes. And another thing. And yeah, I hope your tour manager will take you around everywhere.
Yeah.
This is a question for your tour manager. Are you allowed to take them everywhere in this world? Pose your question. Then, just to understand better, when will you live in different city?
Yeah.
When do you? How is difficulties? Sorry about the English. To meet and play, and I'm asking because I want to play with you, and I don't know when to play. So, how does it work?
Yeah, it's
We are busy guys.
yeah, we're all busy guys. So mostly we're busy in Amsterdam. He's mostly busy in Paris. So if we want to come together, we have to plan it like far ahead.
Yeah, we have to prepare.
For example,
organize.
For now, we're gonna already make an appointment for in September. Because if we don't do that, we're not gonna make it like together. So we make good appointments like months ahead. You know. So.
But we are really lucky
Right.
because we both want it to happen.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing, and we just need to focus on that. And I think that the more we get better and famous on our own, the more like the band gonna be amazing together. You know? So.
And then you can play music on Skype too.
Yeah.
Does it happen?
Live concert. Yeah.
It's a good idea, maybe.
Can you smoke on Skype?
Okay, it's good for me. It's enough for me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Very thank you.